Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today you find me back up in the Scottish Highlands. At the moment I've just left Drumnadrochit, which is nestled on the side of Loch Ness, and I'm heading off in the Affric Kintail way. In my defence, straight away, if this camera's picking up how red my eyes are, I basically left yesterday evening. I've driven all the way up 9 hours. I stopped off at Fort William, got a bite to eat, had a little rest, and then drove up to Kintail, where I parked my car up, and then got 2 different buses back, which was no mean feat. Because if you don't stand on the exact spot of where they stop, they ain't stopping. Yeah, so that was a bit of a laugh. It was the last bus I got out of Kintail, and that would have meant waiting till tomorrow morning, which I didn't want to do. Yeah, it's quite muggy, quite warm. It's about 9 degrees, which is warm for Scotland. Bear in mind, I think this is the 10th of March. It's very dry, I would say. I noticed driving up, a lot of the dams and weirs and stuff like that, and the burns are all very low, not fast moving at all, almost drought-like. So I don't know if I've missed quite a bit of rain, or it's been and gone, but it doesn't look fantastic when you go past the reservoirs, and they're all quite low down. But anyway, that's all to change. In the next 2 days, well, tomorrow basically, it's going to start raining today about 4, and then tomorrow, and then for the next couple of days, it's to rain. Up here specifically to do a wee bit of training, start getting the kit tested out, get the pack all good to go, get me all good to go for the Scottish National Trail. About a month away to starting the Scottish National Trail. I think it's going to take me about 5.5 weeks to do it. So I think I've left the training too late. There's a lot of people who've got the ethos, train on the trail. That's the way people like to do it. I love how the midges are out straight away. Yeah, why travel all the way up to Scotland to train? Well, down where I am, I've done all the walking up and down there that I can, up and down the same hills on the coast. Gets a bit tedious and a bit monotonous, so I've got some kit there I want to test out. Bearing in mind it's just rained and rained and rained down in Dorset recently. I could have tested it down there, but I'm working on the principle. You're going to be walking in the desert, you're not going to train in the snow, are you? So start getting the legs working and the old lungs going. Now this trail from Drumnadrochit through Glen Affric and then down Kintail, it's about 74 kilometres long. Now I've promised a little someone that there's no more of me charging out here at 20 miles an hour, doing 20 miles a day, because that certainly I do myself a bit of an injustice, and I do injure myself. If we look back at the last walk that I did in January. So today I'm just going to walk until I find a nice view and a nice flat spot, and then I'm going to pitch up and then get the head down, because I'm not joking, I'm knackered, absolutely shattered. So if you effect them up today, Alright, so handy little map. So we get dropped off in the bus there, come round there and up to there. I think it's about 6 or 7 k's, and then the route's down here, and I think you're on back onto the road for a little bit tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's enough for me today. As I said, I've got to learn to take it easy instead of being 20 years younger. I get used to the new pace of doing things. I'm just wondering, hide up this end down here. It's like another little table down there with a bit of grass. What I don't want to be doing is hammering stakes in. Yeah, no sign saying you can't camp. Because there is some places on the lochs and that, they don't allow you to pitch up. Yeah, nice bit of running water there. And that's the route for tomorrow, so I think over here next to the table, yeah, that'll do me there. Right, so that's the Xmid all set up. Again, a bit of an uneven pitch, but yeah, not too bad. Tons of space for me in there. Gonna have to get used to actually lying at an angle though. It shouldn't take that long. Right, as ever, leave no trace. Sun's coming up behind us, it's getting rid of all that early morning mist. And then we'll be heading that way for about 8 or 9 k's. We'll cross the road. I think there is a wee bit of road walking, about 2 k's. And then it's up and out of Glen Uckert into Glen Affric. Not a bad wee sleep last night. What I have discovered, I probably need to send my sleeping bag away to get serviced, as I say. Yeah, it was a bit nippy. It's only down to about 3 degrees, but it was cold. I'm going to say this thing that everybody says down south, it was a different kind of cold. Yeah, it was a bit chilly inside of the tent, condensation. I think when I woke up the first time it was -1. And then about an hour later I woke up again, it was about 4 degrees, so it was like fluctuating most night. Yeah, quite pretty this morning. Get a little move on here and get out of Glen Uckert and onto the, what I would say, the proper part of the trail. Right, past the signage say head down there, which takes you onto the what you'd class as a B road. I'm going to skirt up that way, stay in the woods. I think walking on the road, it's best to keep that to the minimum. Especially around here, they all like to tear about in their Hiluxes. Quite a lot of them. Yeah, so I'm going to stay in this little path here, follow it all the way around. It's down on a footbridge and then it's across and onto the B road for about 5 or 6 k's by the looks of it. Right, that's just left the forestry block back there. It's now, I'd just say, about 6, maybe 7 k's on the road now up to a little place called Canich. Hopefully it's got a wee shop. Definitely it's got, shows in the map that it's got a tea room of some description. Yeah, up to there. So I just got to battle down this road, 7 k's. Not really a big fan of roads, but it is what it is. So quiet, beautiful. A woodpecker there doing his thing. You just hear all the birds. Yeah, amazing. Really, really quiet. A glorious day actually, so far. I think I've got about a k&a-half to go to reach the little village. And we'll get a wee cup of tea and then head on again. Just left Connacht there. It's a little spar shop, a pub and a cafe that's down there. The pub's not open yet, bit early for that. But that's us now in Glen Affric. So I'm going to head down this road, I think for about 3 k's, and you hang a left through the woods for about another 6 k's, and then you'll hit the loch. I'm not going to muller its name, it's a funny one. And then you handrail the loch for about 11 kilometres, it looks at, and I'm going to try and finish at the far end of the loch today. The sun is definitely trying to get through. Yeah, I think this is when it's going to start getting a wee bit more rugged, a bit more Highland-like. We give main roads and pylons. Yeah, doesn't give you that impression, but I think we're getting there. That was quite a wee climb there. And steep. It was just a long one up this this track. But the sun is out again, and it's getting a wee bit warm, to say the least. Which is good in my books. Yeah. Dare I say it, quite pleasant. Yeah, I did speak to one of the locals when I stopped at the spar shop, and he was telling me that January and February it was ridiculously bad for rain here. He says not the biggest problem they used to have was flooding and snow, but this year it's landslips. Yeah, so I mean, landslips, water not being held in the ground, a lot of trees getting taken away. I don't know, I am not a scientist, but it would say to me that I know the conifers and all that, those kind of trees don't, their roots don't go down all that deep, but they're, I don't know. I think the more we clear away, the more you make the ground loose. Right, time to get off the path down there. Right, I'm at the... I'm just in line with the dam. You can see it just down there. If I push further forward, it's another 9 k's, which would take my total for today to... oh, about 36 k's, something like that. And I've got to stick to what I've said. I think I went too far today as it is. I mean, to be fair, it's been mostly metal roads and tracks. So that's what a bit of the speed is there. It's all, I mean, it's 2:30. And I think I've went far enough. There is a chill in the wind, which would say to me, yeah, you can't see over there, but definitely looks like something's coming in. So, apart from the messy buggers that have been here, I'll tidy this up a little bit, I think there's an ideal place to pitch up for tonight. There she is, put up. Now I've got it like that at the moment because I'm trying to dry it out a little bit for the moisture in that this morning when I left. One of the big things I noticed is the colour. It doesn't look great when it's wet. And you can see it's wet, that's the thing. But it definitely looks yeah, a funny old colour. But I suppose this colour is a bit like his trademark. I mean, it looks, well, saying that, the other one's quite greener, I believe, is it the sod, and the Pro's DCF, so I mean it's like a clear plastic bag. Quite high again there, it's even higher around this side. There, a bit higher again, try and get some air in it. But not the problem with the sagging there. Yeah, the footprint, not the footprint, the ground sheet. What I've done, this is just the Lanshan 2 ground sheet. You've got the yellow string you get with it, and then I put a couple bits of short cord on the end there, if you can see it. And that sort of fits. Yeah, so when you look at it, I mean, I wonder how big it is, the difference between this and the Lanshan 2. It does look a lot bigger, footprint wise. I've got tons of time to kill. It's going to be a good couple of hours before it even gets dark. But yeah, stop there. No point of going any further because, as I've said, I only want to do 50 miles a day. I don't want to be killing myself. That was quite comfortable coming down that road, and the track bashing that you have to do on it. Not great, but it's a long way down. From the start point if you were doing that all in one day. The tent is drying out. Doesn't look as bad as the last time. Oh, sorry, as bad when we put it up. Yeah, it's pretty. Got a little spots inside there, but it should be dry, I would think. I think my front garden, it sort of looks like this. All the snow-capped mountains over there, where the little bright bit is between those two trees. I think that's Kintail. That's where those hills will be on your left-hand side. So I'm going to point them out to you. The ones that are there, covered in snow. So we should be walking through them tomorrow at some point. Right, so I've just made myself a an Aldi special cup shots. Now I used to do the mug shots all the time. Mug shots have went up to £1, £1.25, and in some extreme cases £1.50. You can get them at 50p sometimes if they're on a special in certain shops. But these are 50p in Aldi. Look exactly the same. Let's have a look. Yeah, look exactly the same. Smell the same. They're probably packaged and made by the same company. But I like the old mugshots with a foil pack. They've changed to like a waxy paper pack now. I used to just fill them up with water. These are paper as well, so I'm going to take a shot at it to see if it's not leaked anywhere. So it's ideal. There's nothing worse getting your cup all smelly with noodles and stuff. Yeah, so I'll give these a blast. It is so calm here. Not a bit of wind. Nothing. There's not a tree moving anywhere there. Do for me. I think it's 7 o'clock. It's to rain at some point. Light showers. Again, winter. A bit of a wind this morning. And it's a cold one. Whoa, that is a chilly one. Can't see the peaks in the background there. It's to rain to about 8 o'clock. But I'm in no rush today. I've only got, I think, 15 kilometres to do. The tent held up really well. I think that little feature there sort of shaded me out the rain quite a bit and the wind. Inside, there's no condensation inside. So whatever I did, got it right. See, it's a bit wet. Right, time to get a cup of tea on. Right, looks like waterproof's on. Just left a little camp spot back there. If anybody wants to know what it is, there's a viewpoint just up from Dog Falls, just in line with the dam. There's a cracking wee bit there. It's quite sheltered out the wind as well, for sticking your tent up. Right, so it's down the forestry track again for about, I think, 9 kilometres. Then I should hit Loch Affric, and then push on past that slightly, and then that'll be me for the day. Quite a short one, because obviously I did too much yesterday. Getting a wee bit excited again. Right, I've got the old Frog Togs jacket on, because it's raining on and off, and just putting it on. It's lightweight, very, very lightweight, and putting it on, I've ripped it. Already it's ripped down at the seam. Well, I'll get batter on. I seem to be walking closer and closer to the bad weather. Temperature just now, it's cold, but I think that's just the wind coming off the hills. I mean, we've had 2 days of absolutely no wind, and that's pushing through now. Now, what I've noticed here, up at that spot up there, if you go up the hill slightly, you can get phone reception, albeit very weak, but you can. But I can see here they put a new tower on up there. Back there there's massive big cables running all the way there. But it looks like a comms tower in the woods there. Nothing in the top yet. So I would think for some reason they put it in there to stretch all the way down here. Don't think it's for the walkers, I think it's more to do with just the general communications all over the whole of the Highlands. Right, whether that's an old wives' tale or not, but that's the frogs laying their frog spawn in puddles. Not a great thing, because this road looks like it does actually get used with vehicles. But on that rationale, if they're laying them in puddles, it means it's going to flood. Yeah, there's more there. Yeah, it's going to be more wet weather by the looks of it. Or are the frogs just insane? Let's see through there. Bit sunnier over the other side there. That's getting a little bit of sun. Got coming up here. Yeah, looks a bit wet. I mean, the woods look. There must be ancient woods, these. Must be. They're all covered in, what do you call it, lichen and, is it reindeer moss? Like the trees all dangling off it. Some really pretty places. Yeah, all covered. Well, this path is pretty flat, making up some cracking time here. Shouldn't be that long to get to the end of this loch, and then Loch Affric, and I think we've got the bothies coming up as well that we'll have a wee look at. Yeah, just mostly path like this. It's pretty much been like this from Drumnadrochit, to be fair. So it's not, it's a kind of walk that I would say a lot of people who may not have the abilities to do the West Highland Way and stuff like that, that you can certainly, so far on here, go on this quite easily. Well, what a difference a day makes. Plenty of water now. It's like another planet. Amazing. All the moss, these, I'm going to say they're ancient, there must be ancient trees. Alright, about 7 k's in now. It's just a flat path. It's no great worries. Latest thing that I've discovered is my boots are leaking. Well, my left hand boot. Where the natural crease has occurred, there's little rubber rims that go around the front of the boot. Just came away, so the water just runs straight in. Well, it goes to show, if you're going to be doing something like the Scottish National Trail, test your kit. Yeah, I'm finding a lot of things, not negatives, they're just better finding out now than 250 miles into a 500 mile plus adventure. Yeah, so I bought these boots in November last year, so they'll go back, they'll get replaced, I would think. Get my MSR. These ones are new poles, so that my last ones have all broken. I'll stick a picture on the screen there, and they've all broke at the same bit. Now, I've bought these knowing full well that MSR is going to replace them. They're the 3-year guarantee on the poles. They're either going to repair or replace them. But these ones here that I've just bought, where the failure occurred and the other poles, there is a tiny little nick in exactly the same place. So I'm going to feed that back to the chaps at MSR and let them know that they may have a little flaw in these walking poles. It's the Explorer, the Dynalock Explorer ones. I mean, come on, the ones that I've had, they've done a few miles, quite a few miles, and they've been put through quite a lot. But if they don't need to break, then maybe it needs to be looked into to see why there's a little nick in them where mines have broken as well. Yeah, what else we discovered? So that's the rip in the jacket, leaking boots. There's a little nick in these and they're brand new. Yeah, battery management. I'm thinking the cold weather is having a bit of an effect on all the batteries. I now store the big camera battery, stays in my pocket where it's nice and warm. I haven't had an issue with that anymore since I've been doing that. It is a pain taking it off, putting the battery in. GoPro, nothing you can do about it because I've got the media mod on it so you can hear me speaking. I won't be taking batteries in and out of that. I do believe there was something about taking the batteries off in and out of GoPro can damage the card and you can lose the footage. Yeah, cards, I'll swap all my cards out today and put new ones in once I pitch up, because I learnt that from crashing my drone on the Cape Wrath Trail. I lost all that wonderful footage I had, and I had to use I'd say it was a low res, it's captured by your phone instead. Yeah, food wise I haven't touched any of my meals yet. I've just had my mug shots because I've stopped and had food in places where you can buy food. You may think, well, what's the point of that? Well, simple thing is the Termat meals are upwards of $10.99 each per meal. So I'd rather, when I can, spend a couple of quid on a sausage roll, a packet of crisps or a meal deal than go through $10.99 meals. Yeah, I've got how many I need. 30 days worth. I don't think it'll be 30 days. I've plotted out places where I'll be picking up food, I'll be buying food and stuff. So I worked out it's about 18 meals. It soon adds up. It's just coming off the one lock and then you cut down the Affric River, which is on my right hand side there. I've just put a wee bit of drone over the waterfalls that are there. Quite risky, there's a really strong wind literally about 20 metres above us there. As soon as you put the drone up he's gone. Yeah, but we're going down and there's a view there. You can see it, Little snow-capped mountains there. Yeah, really pretty. Right, the frog togs, I am soaking. That is just like wearing a plastic bag. Sorry if it's breathable, it's not very breathable. I'll give it another try with maybe something different on, but my stuff's absolutely ringing. I could feel the sweat running down my back. Yeah, so hits off. We're back to the Gore-Tex, I think. But I'd say I'll try it again with some different layers on. To be fair, Liam, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Skinny people don't sweat as much as people my size, for instance. Yeah, so it'll probably work for Liam because he's got the body mass index of a butcher's pencil. As you can see, I don't. So that's probably where it's all coming from. Right, by all accounts, that's Affric Lodge. Yeah. The other half live. I don't know if you can hear me over the ensuite there, but yeah, that's me done for the night. Took a wee bit of a battering with the wind. Nothing's came undone, which is not too bad. The tent itself, I've actually put it in a little dip in the side there, so the wind has been broken a wee bit. It's just the top half and that corner that's sort of getting hit with the wind every now and again. And when it hits it, it definitely hits it. That comes right the way down when it hits you. Can hit you in the head when the wind blows. Right, tomorrow I've got 9k's to do to get back down, so I think as soon as there's enough light, I'll pack up and start the slow walk back down to where the car is. And then I'll go for there. It's been raining on and off. Tomorrow, I don't know what forecast is, there's no reception on the old phone. I would think much the same as yesterday, just patches of sunlight and some rain I think early in the morning. I think that's what most of the days have been like. Yeah, but not a bad wee walk. I'll probably find the Bothy, which I've seen another building on the map, which is another 2.5k's down the road there. And then I think there's another big waterfall, and then it's downhill down into Morvich. Right, so I'll check out now and I shall see you all. Feeling anything going wrong with the wind in the morning. Right, you can see behind there. Don't know if that's coming over here, but it's about 6:30 at the minute, and I think I'm just going to get packed up and start moving down to Morfitch. So it's about 9k, so that should take me 2.5 hours to get there. I'll probably stop at the bothy and have a look. Not a bad sleep last night. The wind sort of died down about 3 in the morning. I know my face doesn't look like it, but I have slept a wee bit funny. Probably about the second part of the evening, and I have got a bit of a pain in my left shoulder at the back. I think I've just laid on like a little tufty grass. How do you feel it? Yeah, sun will be up shortly. And there's a little edge coming up, but it's all cloud. You can see he's trying to get up. That looks, yeah, I think over there. That's rain. It's not mist over there, that's actual rain that's in that valley. Right. Get all packed up now and head back down to Morfitch. Yeah, it's a youth hostel there. Chap in there with his rifle. He's actually one of the gillies. Local to here. There's two wee dogs with him. The deer have to be controlled around here. Saying that, I've only seen one since I've been up here. And that wasn't even a good look at one. That was just, you could see the top half of it peeking over the ridgeline. Yeah, that's the remotest youth hostel in Scotland, I believe. I can only think you can drive in from Drumnadrocket. I think that's the only way in. I think this road here, this track, goes down to single file, single lane, or whatever you want to call it. But we'll see. Right, that's just left Glen Affric. We're now heading into what would be known as Kintail Forest. A lot of large features. And there's the way down there, that's the youth hostel, and all that bit that's in there is you do a lot of bog trotting in there, just to make you aware. That's so picturesque. And that will be the bothy. I didn't realise it was as close to Kintail. As you've got the Five Sisters behind there. Fair enough. Somebody's left a sleeping bag up there. They have. Carbon monoxide detectors, no light on them. And good wee stoves in. I'm going to hang your stuff. It's in the other room. Fire's out of commission. Right. Kanban bothy. Second of March, so who's last in? Sunday the 10th. You didn't shut the door. Is that Bain? Yeah, didn't shut the door. Straight off the side of the hill. Another smashing waterfall. Right, I dare say we're heading down there on the way down there. And a handrail on those. Mountains on the left hand side. Right, we're nearly at an end. So there's the Five Sisters coming up that way. We're just going down to there. We'll cross over down to the wee hut there and follow that path over down. See behind me there was wee dumpy snow last night up the hills, but it's been raining non-stop since about 7 o'clock last night. What a cracking day we had. It was 13 degrees when I walked into Kintail. What can I say about the actual hike? It was lovely. Cracking little walk it is. The Affric Kintail way, cracking wee walk. I think you can safely say anybody could walk to the youth hostel. After that, going up over into Kintail, going through Kintail Forest, I think it gets a bit tricky in spots. It gets a wee bit harder. Yeah, cracking little walk. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, equipment wise, yeah, a few things to sort out, a few things to send back and get replaced. It's still under guarantee. The tent, I don't think I put the tent under enough pressure. Well, the weather didn't put it under enough pressure. The windy night that it was there, I probably need to look at the correct angle for pitching that tent, because that edge where it was quite flat and it was bouncing inside the inner. You know, it was hitting your head every now and again when there was large gusts of wind. And I mean, there were quite strong gusts of winds, I'll give it that. But no pegs came out, none went flying anywhere. So overall, quite happy with it. The inner, definitely should not have that inner up here in that weather. I was freezing most nights. So I'm going to have a look at the other inner I've got at home to see what we can knock up. Okay, that's it. I'm going to knock it in the head there. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.